Well, good afternoon, basketball fans. Welcome to the Stroud Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Montana Western for Frontier Conference basketball. The Bulldogs of Montana Western hosting the Vikings of Valley City State University. The Vikings with first possession. Vikings starters are Ellie Broughton, 5'3" junior, Abby Azalesson, Aubrey Prunty, and Madison Spacier, and Vikings turn it over quickly down court come the Bulldogs, and Ava Bellich with the three, and she is fouled. So guess what? Ava Bellich may just get a three the old-fashioned way, and Olivia Backus rounding out the starters for Valley City. For the Bulldogs, it's Kiki Davis, Ava Bellich, we just talked about, Gio Horner, Isabella Lund, and a new face, Tava Phillips. Tava Phillips is now eligible. She had to wait for one semester to go, but she is eligible, and she is a good one, according to head coach Ryan Sullivan. So Ava gets the first two. She'll get a third one, and she gets them all. So Ava Bellich on the board first. 3 points the real old-fashioned way, 3 free throws. And there's another steal. Great defense by the Bulldogs, and it's flipped out of bounds. But the defense forced an errant pass. Bulldogs picked up it, and they came down, and then defending Vikings quickly got down, and they tipped the ball out of bounds. Phillips with the ball for the Bulldogs. Off to Horner, back to Phillips. She stops back. High, arcing ball, not good. And battling for the rebound are the Bulldogs and Vikings. Vikings come up with it. Broughton down court quickly for Valley City. She thinks about a three now. Now she backs off, double teamed. Good defense by the Bulldogs. Shot clock down to single digits, and Kiki Davis with the block from behind, and she's going to be called for the foul. I think it's going to be Kiki. We'll find out. Yep, they're going to call it on Kiki, the senior from Missoula. To the free throw line is Zay Lesson, and she makes the first free throw. So far, all the points on the scoreboard, all via the free throw line. She misses the second one. Lund with the rebound for the Bulldogs, and it's 3-1 Montana Western. Just underway in the first quarter of this Frontier Conference game between the Bulldogs and Vikings. Believe it or not, they have already met once just 3 weeks ago on the road in Valley City, and the Bulldogs coming away with a win on the road. So 3-1 the score. Bulldogs lead the Vikings. 8:20 on the first in the first half. Turnaround, and Bellich with the foul. A blocking foul is called. Our officials for today's game: Jeremy Coons, Idaho Falls, Idaho; Michaela Billen, Missoula; and Jean Ann Lemlin from Billings. And back to the free throw line again is Zay Lesson. She gets two, and she makes them both. Two team fouls on the Bulldogs, one on the Vikings, and we're all tied up at 3, and all 6 points via the free throw line. Oh, nice move underneath by Phillips, but it was one of the Vikings got a little piece of the ball, took some of his umps up, and coming up with the loose ball was the Vikings. And nice defense by Lund, tips the ball away, and here come the Bulldogs, and here comes Bellich. Bellich steps back for the three and hits it. Ava Bellich with the three for the Bulldogs, and Bulldogs lead 6-3. Double team underneath the basket. Lund tips it out of bounds, and big time defense from Montana Western. Vikings on the run, almost stolen away by Lund, and instead she runs into one of the Vikings, and the ball dribbles out of bounds, but it is a Bulldog foul. Third personal, first on Isabella Lund, the senior from Washington, Tumwater, Washington, and Tumwater High School. Oh, nice move inside the basket is no good, and an offensive foul is called on the Vikings. You could see, whenever you see that elbow come out there, you're usually going to get an offensive foul called.
Number 22, Bailey Saylor.
Bailey Saylor checking into the lineup for the Bulldogs. Bailey from Missoula. She's got some sports superstardom in her. Her great uncle was Bruce Saylor, the excellent sports writer and editor from the Montana Standard for many, many years. Oh, and stolen away by the Vikings. Coming up with it is Broughton. And tossed out of bounds. Broughton from West Hope, North Dakota. You know where West Hope is? It is 7 miles from the Canadian border. I learned that by reading. In fact, I think there is an American border station, whatever they call that, U.S. Customs in West Hope. Lund with the ball for the Bulldogs. Hawk had it, and they tried to get the ball into her, and it was kicked. Kicked away by Schwinghammer, and she just checked into the game for the Vikings. Horner steps back for a three, and nothing but air on that one. Vikings with the defensive rebound. Schwinghammer will bring it down for Valley City. Bulldogs lead 6-3. Checked away by Saylor. Shot up and no good. Kiki Davis finally wrangles the loose ball. Bulldogs come into this with a record of 2-3. Valley City also 2-3. Bulldogs 5-4, and so is Valley City. And down at the other end, Hawk with the layup for Montana Western. Eight to 3 the score. Bulldogs lead by 5. Almost halfway through the first quarter, and the lid on the Valley City bucket is closed up tight. You know, Mayville State was supposed to be here yesterday. They got stuck in all that snow over in Billings. Valley City, on the other hand, they took a dip from their volleyball team and flew from Fargo to Bozeman and then drove over here. And we haven't had any, oh, mama. Ellie Broughton from long distance with the three, and it's 8-6. Bulldogs. Hawk out front. Guarded closely by Broughton. She'll work her way inside. Turnaround jumper is no good. Rebound to the Vikings, and Broughton will bring things down. So we talked about the lid on the Viking basket. I think it's moved over to the Bulldog basket. 8-6 now the score. Bulldogs by 2. 4:18 left to play, first quarter. From the wing, shot is up and no good. And Horner with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Lund has it. She'll drive in and lay it up and in. Isabella Lund, nice move to the basket, lays it up, and it's 10-6 Bulldogs. 3:55 remaining first quarter. Sailor almost came away with a steal for the Bulldogs. 3 from the wing is good. That was Schwinghammer, the junior from Bruton, Minnesota. Brings the Vikings 3 points closer. It is now a 1-point ball game, 10-9. Kiki Davis to Lund. Lund goes back inside again. Another move to the basket, but this one doesn't fall. And quickly down to the other end. Oh, Sailor, nice defense. She forced the turnover underneath the Valley City basket. And media timeout finally. So timeout on the court. It is Montana Western 10, Valley City 9. Back with more. Back at the Stroud Gymnasium, 3 minutes, 5 seconds left. Lots of action and not much stoppage of play, and that's why we had our media timeout so late in the first quarter. 1 point lead now for the Bulldogs, 10-9. Oh, Hawk had the ball tipped out of her hands right into the hands of a Viking. Ellie Powell has the ball top out front for Valley City. Off to Olivia Backus, and shot inside goes nowhere. Sailor with the blocked shot, but it's blocked out of bounds. Kyle Pancost also in the game for the Bulldogs. And an air ball thrown up by Backus, and she's lucky. The Dog Pound are on Christmas break. The gym's kind of quiet now. Yesterday was the last day of the the first semester, fall semester for the Bulldogs. Horner open, but decides to drive in instead and dribbles it right off her toe. Ball rolls around. It's fought for. Who's got it? Finally, the Vikings. It looked more like a rugby scrum than it did a basketball game. And Pancost with the foul. And so to the free throw line will go J.C. Richter. And Mike, if she looks familiar, she was on the volleyball team for Valley City.
Number 23, Isabella Lund, and number 10, Ava Belich.
Richter from Linton, North Dakota, 9 points a game average, and she's a 50% free throw shooter. Her average just went up. (10-10) the score. And she gets both free throws. So that gives the Vikings their first lead of the ball game, 11-10. Belich and Lund back in the lineup. Bulldogs trail for the very first time. Trail by 1. Pancost off to Horner. Horner to Phillips. Phillips back to Belich. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Phillips drives in, puts the shot up, no good. Rebound controlled by Powell of the Vikings, and the Vikings a basket here, and they can extend their 1-point lead. In the corner, wing shot, no good. Powell with the rebound, back inside goes Lucken. And now out to Broughton. Broughton's going to drive in, and they're going to call it on Isabella Lund. And I think I would have to agree with the official. It looked like Isabella was not set. And that's the 5th team foul on the Bulldogs, so that will send the Vikings to the line for 2 the rest of the way of this quarter, which is 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Broughton misses the first free throw and gets the second one. She's a 60% free throw shooter. And the Vikings up their lead to 2. It's 12-10. Approaching the 1 minute mark of the first quarter. Oh, nice pass inside. Tried to get it inside, but somebody from Valley City stepped right in the passing lane. Pancost shot block, but she blocked it out of bounds, so it will be Viking basketball underneath their own basket. Vikings are a high-scoring team. They average 75 a game. And there's Broughton with another 3. And it's a 5-point Viking lead. Belich puts up the 3 in and out. That went everywhere but in. And surprising, Valley City within the conference, 25.6% three-point average for 11th in the conference. Powell's called for the foul. Right now, Valley City is 3 of 7 from three-point land. And a foul, I think Powell's going to be called for the foul, although she's got that look on her face saying, who, me? It is on Powell. That is her second personal and the 4th team foul on the Vikings. Vikings lead 15-10. They've held the Bulldogs scoreless for the last couple of minutes. 14 seconds on the shot on the game clock. Belich puts up a 3. This one off the rim. Pancost with the rebound. She fights her way in, puts the shot up, no good. Inside and it's stolen away. They had their chance and they let it go. So after 1 quarter of basketball, it is Valley City State 15, Montana Western 10. Back with We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium getting ready for quarter number 2. As we look at the standings of the Frontier Conference, Dakota State on top, unbeaten at 6-0. These are Frontier Conference records. Montana Tech is 4-1. Northern, Carroll, and Rocky and Providence all at 4-2. Montana Western and Valley City at 2-3. Bellevue 2-4. Bismarck and Dickinson at 1-5, and Mayville State at 0-5. Mayville State today up in Butte to face the Diggers of Montana Tech. Kiki Davis works her way in, had the ball and got their offensive rebound. And all of a sudden, the Bulldogs not being smart at the basket. They're not taking good shots. Somebody had a nice block. I think it was it Hawk with the block? Phillips tries the three, misses the three. And you look at the first half, we talked about the Bulldogs not being better than the Vikings from three. That first quarter, Vikings shooting 43% from three, and the Bulldogs shooting 16.7%. Who got the three?
Hawk.
Mila Hawk puts three on the board for the Bulldogs, and it's a 2-point ball game. And Mike, you were showing me something? So Valley City with 5 offensive rebounds and 12 assists. Yikes. Oh, I'm sorry, 12 rebounds. That's still good. So basically what you're saying is the Bulldogs are getting out-rebounded. That shot not good from the Vikings. Quickly down court come the Bulldogs, trailing by a bucket. Hawk has it. She'll go inside. A little layup right off the glass. A banker from Hawk, and it's all tied up at 15-15. Richter with the ball. Good defense by the Bulldogs. Thrown off the back, and another offensive rebound for the Vikings. Richter with the putback, and it's back to a 17-15 2-point lead for Valley City. Hawk down. She puts the shot up. No good. And almost comes away with the steal. Last touch. Good defense by Mila Hawk. It looked like the last person to touch it was a Viking, but the official rules differently. (17-15), Vikings on top of the Bulldogs, second quarter. Stolen away by Kiki Davis. Kiki Davis tapped it into the hands of her teammates, and it's a Bulldog ball. Saylor back in the lineup now. She takes a drive in, puts it up, and she has her ball checked away, but Kiki Davis with the defense or the offensive rebound. Lund will try the three. High off the glass, no good. Richter with the rebound for the Vikings. And here comes Valley City, leading by 2 and wants to build that lead up a little bit. And they will by Luckin's basket. And it's 19-15 Valley City. 6:35 left to play. Remember when they played in Valley City 3 weeks ago, it was the Bulldogs out on top. Kiki Davis, nice move to the basket. And it's 17-19. Little 5-footer. This one falls quickly. That was Schwinghammer. And it's back to a 4-point lead for Valley City. 21-17. Kiki took a little too much time trying to get set for that shot, but she'll go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. It was a nice pass inside to Phillips.
In for the Bulldogs, number 11, Gio Horner.
And we have somebody new in for Valley City. Cassidy Shute comes in.
And in for the Bulldogs,
And
number
Horner and
Diak.
Brooke Diak. Diak will come in. It will be Diak's first appearance today. Ryan Sullivan has the luxury of some very talented guards in his lineup. Kiki Davis misses the first free throw. She'll get a second. She gets 1 out of 2. So it's a 3-point Valley City lead, and the Bulldogs putting on some full court pressure. Valley City breaks it, putting up the 3 and hitting the 3. Didn't take Cassidy Shute long to warm up. And she hits the 3 and stretches the Valley City lead 24-18. 6-point lead and a turnover. Shute comes away with a turnover. Boy, she's made her impact in the game. Richter puts up the 3 and no. Saylor with the defensive rebound for the Bulldogs. She'll bring it down court. Horner thinks about a 3 now. She backs off. Saylor against Richter, and a jump ball is called. Possession arrow to the Vikings.
In for the Bulldogs, number 23, Isabella Lund.
Vikings have grabbed a little bit of the momentum of this second quarter. That was Tilda Mortson from Sweden. And the lead is 8 for the Vikings, and the Bulldogs just shot and missed, and the Vikings came away with the offensive rebound. This is one of those keys that Ryan Sullivan wanted to do, and that was limit the transition game, and Vikings having their way.
Free throw line, shoot 2, Gio Horner.
And that's going to come to a media timeout.
Media timeout.
So we'll keep it right here. 26-18, Bulldogs trailing by 8. And as we look at the standings, we've got standings once again. Both Western and Valley City tied at 2 and 3 in the Frontier Conference. And remember, I believe it's the top 8 teams that make the tournament, but could be different. I will admit I forgot to check on that. Last night in Frontier Conference women's action, it was Carroll over Bismarck State 70-48, Rocky over Dickinson State 67-57, number 4 Dakota State defeating MSU Northern 71-66, and Providence over Bellevue 57-45. Today, other games in the Frontier: Mayville State at Montana Tech, Bellevue at Northern, Dakota State at Providence, Dickinson State at Carroll, and Bismarck State at Rocky. And then a couple of games tomorrow: Mayville State here in Dillon against the Bulldogs, and Valley City will tangle with Montana Tech in Butte. So Valley City first out, ready to go. And the foul on Broughton and going to the free throw line will be Horner. That's the second team foul on the Vikings. And Horner from Missoula makes free throw number 1. And she gets them both, and it's 26-20. Horner comes to Montana Western via Willamette University in Oregon. She played at Missoula Loyola, her high school ball in Missoula. Traveling is a call. I saw that one.
She did too.
Yeah. You see that more and more. And when we get Coach Miller's mic again, he can explain why we see it more. Nice defense by the Vikings, forcing another Bulldog turnover. That's another thing the Bulldogs need to slow down the turnover bug. 26-20 the score, Valley City by 6, 3:50 left to play. And another.
Once you hop from 1 foot to 2, you don't have a pivot twist. And she's done it twice now.
So, and you see that a lot on TV too. A lot of it seems like they don't get that basic concept. Horner, little 5-footer. Nice pass from Pancost, and it's 26-22 Vikings. They've led by as many as 8. Bulldogs have trimmed it down to 4. 3:18 left to play, and she was so open, she missed it. Horner open for the 3, and no good. Rebound controlled by Broughton of the Vikings. Vikings doing a good job of limiting the Bulldogs to just one shot, and they're doing it. Oh, nice move to the basket. Broughton at just 5'3", winds her way through the taller Bulldog trees and lays it up and in, and it's 28-22. 2:40 remaining first half. Inside, that was a beautiful pass by Diak into Pancost, who was wide open, and it's 28-24. Bulldogs trail by 4, and I think Pancost is going to grab her and get called for the foul. Oh, no, they're going to say Horner. They're going to say the foul is on Horner. I thought for sure it was on Kyle Pancost, but it's on Gio Horner instead, and that's her first personal and first team foul for the Bulldogs. Nice inbounds play. Bulldogs kind of fell asleep on defense, and it's back to a 6-point lead for the Vikings. Approaching the 2-minute mark of the half. Phillips with the ball inside to Pancost. Pancost forces her way in. Good defense put on by Valley Cities. Shot clock at approaching the 10-second mark. Oh, nice defense by Phillips. Isabel Lund all the way down, and she is fouled as she goes up. So she'll get a free trip to the free throw line. And the foul was on Backus. Oh, okay. Broughton. Third personal foul on the Vikings. Isabel Lund to the free throw line to shoot a couple. Gets her first free throw. Lund is a health and human performance major. She's student teach in the spring. Oh, she got 1 out of 2, and it's 30-25 Vikings. And Richter a little Davis back to Lund. Lund will drive inside, back inside to Davis. Puts the shot up, and the moves that Kiki scored on last week aren't falling for her this week. Maybe she just needs a half to warm up a little bit. But ball knocked out of bounds by the Vikings. So on the Bulldogs side of the court, on the sideline, it will be Belich throwing it in for Montana Western. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Oh, nice move to the basket. Ball fought for. Nobody's got control of it. And it's a tied up jump ball. This time the possession arrow pointed toward the Bulldogs. Bulldogs in their white home uniforms with red numerals. And Valley City, somebody was, so wide open she missed the layup. So easy it was hard. Three-point attempt, and that's off the edge. 22 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is off. Seven seconds. Belich will put up the three and hit the three. Belich with the three, and it's 30-28, and that's halftime. So Ava Belich gives the Bulldogs momentum leaving the first half. It is Montana Western 28, Valley City 30. We will be with some quick stats. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. It is halftime. Valley City leading the Bulldogs of Montana Western 30-28. Looking at first half scoring, Ellie Broughton leading Valley City with 9 points and rebounding. She is one of 2 players with 5 rebounds. The other is Abby Oslesson. She has 5 rebounds. For the Bulldogs, Ava Belic leads with 9 points, and Kiki Davis leads the Bulldogs with 9 rebounds. Close in rebounding. We talked about the lopsided after the first quarter. It's evened out a little bit. Vikings with 23 total rebounds and the Bulldogs with 21. For shooting-wise, total field goals, neither team red hot. The Vikings 33% from the field. The Bulldogs 29% from the field. From three-point land, Vikings better at 36.4, Bulldogs at 27.3. And free throws, pretty even. Vikings at 75%, Bulldogs at 79%. So finals or halftime score, it is Valley City 30, Montana Western 28. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with half number 2. We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium. A little over a minute left before the start of the second half. And for Western, the first half ended on a bang with a three-pointer from Ava Belic. Poor Ava has struggled from three-point line in their game against Weber State. Earlier in the week, Coach Sullivan said that she she got over that. All of a sudden, she saw the range, the shots started to fall, and she had a good three-point shooting against Weber State, and she's done it here. It looks like she's got a little bit of that confidence back again. And shooting, like everything else, is confidence. You need to have the confidence that when you put the ball up, there's only one place it's going to go, and that's through the basket. Valley City has done a great job there. It's hard to believe these teams are where they are in the standings, but then again, when you look at it, it shows you how good the Frontier Conference is, both on the men and women's side. Valley City will have first possession of the second half. They lead by 2, 30-28. And it looks like the original starters from both teams are out there. Davis and Belic, Horner, Lund, and Phillips for the Bulldogs. Broughton, Ozlason, Prunty, Boscher, and Backus. And we are underway. And a foul. Oh, offensive foul called. That was quick. 6 seconds, and we have our first offensive foul. Foul is on Madison Sposher, and that is her second personal foul and the first team foul on the Vikings for the third quarter. Kiki Davis working her way in. Kiki had a nice half, 9 rebounds. Ball tipped out of bounds by a Viking. I'm trying to figure out if those are black uniforms or dark blue uniforms, because their school colors are dark blue. Lund from the wing, up, no good. Oh, 2 Vikings run into each other, but no harm, no foul, and the Vikings control. Three-point shot is up and no good by Sposher. And here come the Bulldogs. Phillips has it for Montana Western. Off to Belic. She takes a drive in, stops at the free throw line, inside to Lund, and tipped out of bounds. They're going to say off a Bulldog. And I've one too many passes. And too close for a bounce pass too, but one too many passes. Another three-point attempt. This one is good. Prunty with the 3 for the Vikings, so they score first in the second half. 33-28. Vikings lead. Lund back to Davis, top of the key, off to Phillips on the wing. Phillips drives her way in, lays it up, and in. Nice move to the basket by Tava Phillips, the junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I think her hometown is one of those places that got dumped on when it comes to snow. The storm that went through the Montana, and oh. Ozlason from Howard, San Diego, South Dakota with the basket. Phillips in and out with the 3. Offensive rebound by Lund, and pass.
Get the ball up, ladies.
Boy, there was a lot of action. There was 3 straight offensive rebounds by the Bulldogs, but they could not convert on any of them. And ball and possession to the Vikings. Belic with the block. It's almost like the Bulldogs just get a little bit ahead of themselves. need to settle down a little bit, be a little more careful with what they do with the basketball. Oh, this is going to make a nice layup for Horner, as there was an overpass and there was nobody underneath the Viking basket except a Bulldog, and Horner got the easy layup, and it's 32-35, and now third personal foul on Isabella Lund. And Belich will also check out. Lund will sit down. Hawk and Saylor check into the Montana Western lineup. And I think Phillips going to be called on that one. We'll see. Yep, that's Tava Phillips' first personal. And that is going to send Broughton to the free throw line, 60% free throw shooter, and she averages 13 points a game. In fact, she's the leading scorer for the Vikings, I believe. She gets the second one. It's 36-32. 4-point lead for the Vikings. Richter has come back into the Valley City lineup, the two-sport athlete. Pretty good volleyball player for Valley City. Kiki Davis tried the reverse, and it didn't even hit the rim, just went right over the top on the other side into the hands of a Viking. And shot is up and no good by the Vikings. Davis with another rebound. That'll be, I believe, 10-11 now for, as Saylor goes down, tipped out of bounds by a Viking. Richter tipping it out of bounds. 6:26 remaining third quarter. Oh, and bad pass on the inbounds pass, and it's stolen away by Valley City. And in the process of trying to come up with the ball, it's a foul on the Bulldogs. Saylor with the foul. That's her first personal and the third team foul on the Bulldogs. Only one team foul for Valley City. Little high for Richter on that one. She needed to be about 7-2 to get that pass. But you got to thank the Bulldog defense for that one, because they forced the high pass. Davis inside now. Back out to Phillips. Phillips to Hawk. Hawk stops the free throw line now to the wing to Phillips. She hits a three. Tava Phillips with the three for the Bulldogs, and it's 36-35 Valley City. 5:30 remaining third quarter. Ball tipped from a Bulldog right back to a Viking. Open on the wing for the three, and it's nothing but an air ball. Battle for it. Who's got the ball? Whose ball does it belong to? Nobody really wants it. And finally, timeout is called by Valley City. So timeout on the court. It's Valley City 36, Montana Western 35. Back with more Frontier Conference women's basketball. We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium, third quarter action. Montana Western hosting Valley City State University in a Frontier Conference women's game. The two teams have already met once. Bulldogs pulled off a road win as they opened up the conference season on the road. In fact, they swept that series in Dakota with wins over both Valley City and Mayville. Richter puts up the three, high off the glass, no good. And Hawk controls the board for the Bulldogs. Phillips all the way down, lays it up, and she's knocked to the ground. No whistle though. And here comes the Vikings all the way at the other end, and someone there missed a layup and a foul. Is that all right if I say that? Missed a layup and a foul. Saylor puts up the three and hits it. So Bulldogs back in front off the Bailey Saylor three, and it's 38-36. Montana Western, 4:20 left to play third quarter. And we are tied again at 38, and we have a foul at the other end. We also have a media timeout. So 4:17 left to play third quarter, all tied up at 38. And we will be back with more Frontier Conference Women. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. 38-38 the score. It will be the Vikings with Ellie Broughton. I believe she's going to be completing a and one. The junior from West Hope, North Dakota. And she completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. And Valley City back out in front, 39-38. From the wing and checked away nicely. That was Richter, I believe, with the block. And quickly down court come the Vikings. And Richter puts up a three, no good. Phillips tipped it to Davis, and Hawk has it. She'll bring it down across the timeline. Bulldogs trail by one, 39-38. And Horner tries another one from the wing. This one a little soft, and it hits on the edge and falls into the hands of the Vikings. And Vikings quickly down, open for the three on the wing. This one no good. Offensive rebound to the Vikings, but Saylor with the block shot. And here come the Bulldogs. Saylor's turnaround 10-footer is no good, and we're having a track meet all of a sudden. Drive down, shoot the ball, get the rebound, and go the other direction. 3:10 left to play third quarter. I think Kiki Davis got a little piece of that ball as it went up. Phillips to Hawk, back to Phillips. Inside to Horner. Horner's open, and she scores the layup. Gio Horner with the point, with the basket, and a Bulldog lead. And tipped away by Saylor and tripped. We got Ellie Broughton yelling out instructions to her teammate. We got to talk to each other.
Attack the dogs into the game.
So I was wondering how long it would take him to say that. Braden Swank, former Western football star and now a coach, is filling in with PA today, and he's got a good sense of humor. Hawk, nice basket from Mila Hawk, and she puts it up and in. And the Bulldogs 42, Vikings 39, approaching the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. And Brooke Diak got in the way and forced, I think it was Richter, out of bounds, but it's a foul. Fourth team foul on Montana Western, and Saylor will get a little break, and Ava Belich comes into the Bulldog lineup. Rebound by Hawk. Hawk for the Bulldogs, quickly down to Lund, who is back in. She'll go all the way up and in, and Pancost, who's also just checked into the lineup, back into Lund. Lund to Hawk. Oh, pretty pass from Isabella Lund to Mila Hawk, and it's 44-39 Bulldogs. 1:40 left to play, and Lund comes up with another steal, and it falls in. Isabella Lund with the steal and basket, and Vanessa Johnson wants a Valley City timeout, so we'll take it. It's Montana Western 46 and Valley City 39 back. Nope, we're going to keep it here. It's a 30-second timeout, so yeah, we'll just keep it here.
Defense.
Good defense by Isabella Lund. You know, she is so much fun to watch because she only has one, well, maybe she has two speeds, fast and faster, because she is just, she's pesty. That's a good word. She's pesty out there. She does not give whoever she is guarding a chance. And somebody let the dogs out. All of a sudden, it's 46-39. 1:31 time left in the third quarter. And the Bulldogs have amped up their defensive pressure. Broughton puts up a three, no good. And Pancost with the defensive rebound for the Bulldogs. Lund bringing it down quickly, stops at the top of the key and runs into somebody. And a turnover. Going to call a foul or a turnover? Turnover. Traveling is a call. And, you know, if you're wondering where Mike Miller is, well, he's sitting right next to me, but we're still having an equipment shortage, and so Mike is here keeping stats, judging the officials and the team. Pancost off to Lund, and tipped out of bounds. Bulldogs struggling to get it to another Bulldog. So Hawk will put it in play. The redshirt sophomore from Charlo. Nine seconds on the clock, tipped out of bounds. Good defense by the Vikings. Took right out of the hands of Lund. And that was Shoot with the good defense. 40 seconds, and she goes inside. And ball tipped out of bounds. It was either by Belich or Hawk. So last touched by the Vikings. 38 seconds on the game clock, 18 seconds on the shot clock. That one tipped out of bounds by Isabella Lund, right into the hands of one of the officials, and I believe that was Michaela Billin from Missoula. She was pretty happy the Grizz won today. Bobcats won last night, so if you're a Montana football fan, another Brawl of the Wild, only this one NCAA Football Championship Series semifinal. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, tipped out again. I think Kyle Pankos tipped that one out. So just 6 seconds on the shot clock. Now remember, Vikings pretty good on their inbounds play, but this time Bulldogs tighten up a little bit. 3 is out there and it's off the glass and it's going to bounce out of bounds. So it will be Bulldog basketball, 21 seconds on the third quarter clock. So enough time to set a play and maybe get a basket. Belich to Hawk. Hawk back to Belich. She'll put up the 3 and hit it. Ava Belich with a 3 for the Bulldogs. 49-39, 10-point lead by the Bulldogs. So the third quarter ends like this first half ended with an Ava Belich 3. And we'll be back with the fourth quarter after. We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium, fourth and final quarter of this Frontier Conference women's game. Montana Western at 4-5 in the conference, hosting the Vikings of Valley City, also 4-5 in the Frontier Conference. Mila Hawk will put the ball in play for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs with a 10-point lead. Off to Phillips. Oh, Diak, and now it's a 2-on-1 fast break, and she misses a layup. Finally, the Bulldogs control the board. So good defense. Way to the Bulldogs respond to the 2-on-1 fast break. Good defense, and Bulldogs with possession and a 10-point lead. Kiki Davis inside. Now she has to come out to Hawk. Hawk top of the key, now to the wing, hands off to Diak. Diak to Belich. Belich goes into the free throw line, back to Hawk. Inside to Kiki Davis, who is wide open. Pretty pass from Mila Hawk inside to Davis, and it's 51-39. But all of a sudden, Cassidy Shute ended about a 6-0 Bulldog run with a basket, a three-pointer, and it's 51-42. So Bulldogs a little slow getting back on defense, and it cost them. Shute had a wide open 3. Diak tried to get it inside to Davis. Davis wrestled it away, and jump ball, possession arrow for the Vikings, and Davis helped up off the floor by Ellie Broughton. Nice teamwork there by the Viking guard, and she'll bring it down for the Vikings, crossing the timeline. Vikings trail by 9. Broughton had a nice look at the basket, but Isabella Lund, she just it was like you're taking a driving test, and she weaved her way through the pylons. So the pylons were Valley City State Vikings, and she laid it up and in and is fouled. So she'll get a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. Oh, little hard off the glass, so she misses the free throw. And I think Bailey Saylor with the foul. Oh, or Kiki Davis. Yep, that's only 2 though. Kiki's been very controlled with her fouling. She usually is 3 or 4 by this time, but she's played a very disciplined half. Richter double teamed right in front of her bench, finally gets it away, and here comes Proctor. Tried to get it to a teammate. Nice little pass, but it was kicked out of bounds by a Bulldog. So 17 seconds on the shot clock for the Vikings. And once again, Vikings, Bulldogs fall asleep a little bit. Richter has an easy layup, and it's 53-44. Saylor puts up the 3, no good. With the rebound is Broughton, and here come the Vikings. See if they can take a little snip out of that lead. And Richter tried the 3 in the corner, but Bailey Saylor said, and she tipped it out of bounds.
Blocked at the net.
Yeah. Offensive foul called on the Vikings. And I think that's going to be Ellie Powell. Nope, not Ellie Powell, but Cassidy Shute, the junior from Austin, Minnesota. That's only her first personal. Talking to Coach Vanessa Johnson before the game, her team is all recruited from North Dakota and Minnesota, basically, although she's got a Californian and somebody from Utah, a couple of sisters from Utah. It's interesting how college basketball, people want to play it, people want to get an education, and where they go to do that. Davis with the free throw. And it's a 10-point lead again, 54-44. Gio Horner has come back into the lineup for Montana Western. Davis misses the second one. 10-point lead, 54-44. 7:10 left to play. And Richter checked away by Diak. Nice play by defense. Inside to Horner. Horner too far in. Oh, and Isabella Lund. She was in midair as the ball's going out of bounds off a Bulldog, but she taps it off the knee of a Viking. Yowza. Oh, mama. Great defense. Great keeping the ball alive by the senior from Washington. Missed. Kiki Davis missed it. She struggled from underneath today. And Isabel Lund with another steal. And she goes up and in. Isabella Lund, my goodness. A steal and a basket, and it's back to a 12-point Bulldog lead. The Bulldogs have turned the defense up to high. Oh, and Kiki Davis almost had a steal. That will be, I believe, her second personal, or fourth personal. So Kiki, 4 personals. I didn't think she had that many, but Pancost and Belich will come back in, along with Phillips for the Bulldogs. Oh, pretty move by Broughton. I know why she's the leading scorer by the Vikings with moves like that to the basket. Pancost inside. Oh, pretty pass from Taya Phillips to Kyle Pancost, back to a 12-point Bulldog lead. We're going to start thinking about players of the game. Good defense again by the Bulldogs. Lund with it, back to Belich. Belich puts up a three and hits it. Ava Belich is red hot. Oh, mama. Ava is red hot from three, 61-46. And Isabel a little too excited on defense, and she picks up her 4th personal. And Mila Hawk coming back in the lineup. Isabella Lund will get it break, and I'm sure Coach Sullivan will want to keep her a little bit before things get too tight. Shot up and no good. Battle for the rebound. Another tie-up. This time possession arrow pointed towards Montana Western. Belich with 15 points and Lund with 9 points. And some full court pressure put on by the Vikings. Hawk will break it with the dribble. 61-46. Bulldogs. Phillips inside, puts up the floater, and it's off the backboard and good. So to the bank, Phillips goes. Oh, nice little bit of faking out by Moritzen. And we have immediate timeout. Timeout on the floor. Montana Western 63, Valley City 48. We'll be back with more Bulldog. We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium. The Bulldogs building a nice little lead, 63-48. They did it on the strength of an 11-0 run. .440 left to play. Lots of basketball left to be played. Hawk will bring it down across the timeline by the Bulldog, or for the Bulldogs. Inside, oh, another nice pass from Mila Hawk to Pancost for another Bulldog layup. 65-48 Bulldogs. And Pancost at the other end with a block, and Belich had a block, but she also got a little bit of arm too. Yeah. So some good defense on the other end, and to the free throw line will go the senior from Sweden, Tilda Moritzen. She's a 67% free throw shooter. Senior. And she takes a couple hops around the rim before it falls through. You know, they're Swedish in my heritage.
Do you suppose that's Angel home?
Could be. She gets both free throws, so her free throw percentage will go up. More full court pressure, and it forces a Bulldog turnover. Vikings want to nip a little bit of that 15-point lead that the Bulldogs hold over them now. Shot is up and no good. Belich with the rebound. Here comes Lund, who is checked back into the ball game. 3:48 left to play. Davis inside to Lund. Oh, Lund a little too far underneath the basket. I don't think she needed that dribble. Oh, three-pointer. That was Spasher. 65-53. Oh, Lund, nice pass to Kiki Davis. And Bulldogs call a timeout at 67-53. And, we'll take a break. We'll be back with more from the Stroud Gymnasium and Bulldog basketball. Back at the Stroud Gymnasium, Bulldogs lead by 14, 67-53, but lots of time left. I believe that was the media timeout. 3:22 left to play. It will be Viking basket underneath, or basketball underneath the Bulldog basket. That's what I'm trying to say. Good defense by the Bulldogs. 15 seconds on shot clock. Ball's off the board and out of bounds. Lund has it. Guarded tightly by Broughton, but Isabella turns on the burner, but then she gets it taken right out of her hand and all the way down. Oh! Assist by Horner to Richter for the layup, and it's 67-55. 2:40 left to play. Lots and lots of time. Belich inside. Kiki Davis with the offensive rebound and put back. And it's 69-55 as we get close to the 2-minute mark of the ball game. That one short right into the hands of Belich on the three-point attempt, and Isabella Lund will bring it down and set things up for Montana Western. Under 2 minutes left to play in this Frontier Conference game. Brott thought she committed a foul. 140. Bulldogs all of a sudden have been bitten by the turnover bug. Richter's basket, I think that's Kiki Davis. And that'll be 5 for Davis. Or no, they're going to call it on Ava Belich instead. And that will send Richter to the free throw line. JC, the senior, and a pretty good volleyball player. Well, I'm trying to remember, but I think she was the Vikings libero. Gets the first free throw. And that's perfect 3 for 3, and it takes another point off of that Bulldog lead. And she's perfect at the free throw line. 4 for 4, 69-57 the score. 12-point lead, and Belich will check out, and Bailey Saylor will check in for the Bulldogs, and here comes more full court pressure. It's worked for Valley City, except that time it didn't work. Horner has it now to Phillips, to Saylor, but now they're going to play catch. 125 around the wing. Lund has it top of the key. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Saylor has it. Little 5-footer falls. Saylor with the basket. Bulldogs with a 14-point lead, 71-57. And a 3-point attempt short and tipped out of bounds by a Bulldog. So 1:08 left to play. And another, this time, boy, I tell you, the officials are letting them play.
That one took a little long time.
Yeah. Yeah, and if somebody tells me that this basketball is not a physical game, they haven't been watching this one. Horner is fouled, and that was by Schwinghammer, and that is her third. Tiana Schwinghammer from Bruton, Minnesota. And you think this is a co-op school, Mike? Belgrade, Bruton, El Rosa High School. Horner gets the first one. And second one, so the Bulldog lead 73-57. Under a minute left to play. Richter puts up a three, and it's an air ball knocked out of bounds by Kiki Davis. I'm not sure what she was trying to do. I think it would have gone out of bounds anyway, but it would have been off the hands of a Viking. Saylor going against Richter. She turns around, no good. And Richter, nope, that was Moritzen, and, well, I guess it's off of her hands, they're saying. And here comes more full court pressure by the Vikings to Phillips. Phillips to Horner, and Horner brings it down. We're approaching the 30-second mark of this ball game. About a 13-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Saylor with the ball, 8 seconds on the clock. Turnaround shot, tipped out by Davis. Phillips to Horner, and Bulldogs can just dribble this one out. Bulldogs are going to break a 3-game losing streak with a 73-67 victory over the Vikings of Valley City. And we'll be back with a quick wrap-up and our Sparkies players of the game, and we'll do it after these